Good afternoon, Raider Nation. We want to welcome you to Red Raider Field, Lady Raider Field, for our first game of this regular season. Technically, this is a scrimmage game. We are facing a 5A school, Richmond Hill, out of Richmond Hill, Georgia, just 20 miles south of Savannah on I-95 there. Again, we want to welcome you to the 2017-18 athletic season. We're going to kick it off here today with Lady Raider softball, and we'll proceed to football and then all of the rest of the sports that we cover through basketball and baseball and some of the other minor type sports that we don't consider major, whether it be soccer or and some wrestling and some other things that we try to broadcast throughout the year to provide access for family and our community. And we appreciate you joining us, whether you're live right now or maybe you'll be watching this on demand later. We appreciate your support on the NFHS network, powered by Play on Sports. We are BCTV Productions. Myself, Brent Johnson. I'm an instructor at Bacon County High School in the Engineering and Technology Department. And today, because school is not in session, I have my son, Jake Johnson. He's an upcoming 8th grader. He's going to be on the computer producing the show for us as we progress. First of all, I want to thank Mr. Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales, for being a gold sponsor not only for this game but throughout the 2017-18 athletic season. Appreciate his support. He's always supported us in the past. He supports Bacon County as a whole, athletics from recreation all the way up through high school athletics. So we do thank him. If you have an opportunity, go by and see him for your next possible vehicle purchase. So we want to thank Mr. Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales. We're going to take just a quick break after that introduction, and we'll be back in just a moment. You can see now as the picture begins to warm up for the Red Raiders, and I'll give you a little rundown on this brand new lineup that we're going to see this year. A lot of young girls are going to be playing, and it's going to be exciting as the Red Raiders again try to keep up their tradition of being successful year in and year out for the last decade. The Lady Raiders had a very successful season last year, finishing 25-10 on the season, making it to the Elite Eight as we went to Columbus and competed there in tournament play. Won 2 games, had a really serious opportunity to make some noise there, but we just couldn't quite get it done. But so proud of those young ladies that sort of built a segue for this team this year to strive for, even though we're young. Had a good summer. Tell you what, we're going to skip that break. We're going to start right now with some softball as we kick off the 2017 season right here against Richmond Hill Wildcats. And again, I will be talking with you and trying to run the camera just a little bit. That ball hit sharply right back up the middle for a base hit. First pitch. Not exactly how they wanted it to start off. Again, this is a scrimmage. It will not count on the regular season record. Our opening season true home opener, I guess, will be next, I believe, Monday. First day of school, the 7th. Skylar Clements on the mound for the Lady Raiders. And again, bear with me with these names and numbers, as a lot of these young ladies are new to me this year. There's a bunt. It's a foul. Count 0-1. Runner at first. Another bunt attempt. She lays it down perfectly to the pitcher, and she's going to throw it away at first base. But fortunately, the right fielder is there to back it up, and that's Callie Stevens, number 8. Number 12, Ashley Durrance, is at first base. ball is hit flied out to left field. Should be a can of corn. And she squeezes it for that first out of the inning. Third base is Brianna Booth. Shortstop A.J. Aniston Johnson. I'll talk more about these young ladies as the game progresses. And I apologize. The lineup I was given, there was no jersey number, just name and position. And I'm, again, trying to familiarize myself with the new lineup. Good pitch on that outside. Count 0-1 with one out. Top of the first. This ball is hit hard right back up the middle. Center field gets it in quickly. Back off just a little. Get a little bit more perspective. We're going to get a courtesy runner here. And I do not have a lineup for the Lady Wildcats. That's not typical. Sometimes it's hard for us. I was here plenty of time, just unable to get one. But I want to spend most of my time talking about this Lady Raider group anyway, especially this being a scrimmage game. Base is loaded with one out. Ball low. One ball. No strikes here. It's like Kamari Strozier is at second base. That rounds out our infield. Took me a while to get around it. Cameo Snell is behind the plate. Didn't want to forget about her. Ball just outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Good pitch on that inside, like a changeup. Strikeout here or pop-up would be, or obviously a little tap back to the pitcher would be great. Come home, potential double play, but Lady Raiders need something easy here. Stop the bleeding. It's going to be 3-1 now. Stands are gradually filling up here. Folks get off work, and this ball is going to be hit sharply up the middle for a base hit. That's going to score at least one. Bases are still loaded. Seeing some former players roll in to check out the new uniforms, if nothing else, from this young ladies, this new team. As again, we're not really rebuilding, but it's definitely a different look for us. Ball outside. And something I failed to mention, definitely need to do that, is welcome the new softball head coach, Ms. Kelly Poff. I'll have a few more things to say about her as the game progresses as well. Good pitch on that outside corner. Again, this is Skylar Clements on the mound. Change up. Great pitch there for strike 2. Another changeup off speed, strike 3. Of course, we are in the latter part of the lineup. Number 13 comes to the plate for Richmond Hill, the Lady Wildcats. About an hour and a half drive to Richmond Hill. One to nothing early here, top of the first. Skylar trying to pitch out of the pickle. She's created here a few base hits and overthrown ball. It should have been an out at first. Should be out of this inning now, potentially with no runs scored. Swing and a miss on a tip foul ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Strikeout here will be huge for the Lady Raiders. To come out of here with only giving up 1 run. Oh, right back up the middle. That was one. Oh, and she's coming. And she's going to score. 2-run score, 3-0 here. You know, again, it's early in the season, but and I'm not the one out there 30 feet away either from the mound, but I know with again, baseball was the last thing we broadcasted. You want to try to get a glove on it, knock it down if anything, keep it in the infield. But I think that's 4 balls that went right past the pitcher. And I'm not saying she could have got them, but that's where you're coached to hit the ball, right at least in the baseball realm of things, right up the middle. 4 hits now, 3 runs on the board, 2 outs, bases not loaded, but first and second. Strike on that outside corner. Left field center. I can't get it. Is that Zoe in center? Oh, she switched her around. Is that number 4? It's got to be Zoe because they didn't put a probably. Swing and a miss there for strike 2. Got Hodges in center field. I'm about to round this defense out here in a moment. It may take the whole inning here, half inning. I think Alexis Boatwright is in left field. Ball is going to be lifted out of play. See some football players coming in to support these young ladies. One thing about practicing in the mornings allows these young men to have some time in the afternoons to not only support other sports, but they could get a job, or for goodness sakes, they could be studying or something when school starts. This ball is hit sharply to the shortstop. She's going to fire over to first for the sure out. 3 away. They batted around, I believe, scoring 3, and but it's early. We're going to play 7 innings, and we're going to see how this thing goes. We're going to take a quick break here on the NFHS Network, powered by Play on Sports. Back in a moment. All right, we're back, ready for the bottom half of the first inning. Again, we want to thank Mr. Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales for sponsoring not only this event, but he has sponsored us for the entire year, the athletic season of the 17-18. And Zoe Hodges is going to lead off this inning for the Lady Raiders. Zoe is an upcoming sophomore for the Lady Raiders. Ball high. 2 balls, no strikes. Good to see other teachers and administrators here supporting these Lady Raiders. Again, just a scrimmage. Richmond Hill, 5A school, near Savannah. So we take strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. This ball is fisted back toward the home dugout. It'll be strike 2. We were wrong, and we'll fix it on the top of the second. It's not Alexis Boatwright in left field. Skylar Adams. Hodges takes a strikeout there as the leadoff. It's going to bring number 29 to the plate, and that is Diamond Edwards. Brianna Booth's on deck. Booth is just one of just a handful of seniors on the team. Matter of fact, her and maybe Ashley Durrance may be the only seniors. I'll have to double check that. Ball inside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here. Lady Raiders want to try to chip away at this 3-0 lead that the Lady Wildcats were able to create in the top of the first. And there's a attempted bunt. It's fouled back. We need base runners for Booth. This young lady can add some points to the board quickly with just 1 swing of her bat. See the Hayes family coming in. When I say Hayes family, they have multiplied. If you know Mr. Joe and Laura Hayes, have recently decided to become foster parents. And swing and a miss. That's going to be 2 strikeouts. 2 up, 2 down now for the Lady Wildcats. Not quite the start we were looking for, defensively or offensively. Brings Booth to the plate. Maybe she can get something started here with 2 outs. The Lady Raiders and our baseball team last year scored quite a few runs with 2 outs. No balls, 1 strike. Another ball inside. Would have been a ball on the inside, and she fists off foul. Oh, no, that ball was outside. He rings her up. 3 strikeouts in a row for this young lady at Richmond Hill. But again, that was a liberal outside call. Nonetheless, that's going to end the inning. We're going to go to the top of the second. Lady Raiders trail 3-0 here at Lady Raider Field. We'll be back in just a moment on the NFHS Network. I don't know why they don't finish this out here. Just again for too long. Just be careful now. All right, we're back. Top of the second inning. As you can see, Lady Raiders trail 3-0. If you're just joining us, welcome to the 2017-18 athletic school year. School will begin. Kids come back Monday, the 7th. Teachers started yesterday, including myself. Trying to get prepared. Hit batsman. She's going to take her base. And now that I think we got everybody squared away, Skylar Clements is on the mound for the Raiders. Brianna Booth is at third. A.J. Aniston Johnson is at shortstop. Cameo Snell is behind the plate at catcher. And Diamond Edwards. And we're going to take, it's like ball. Again, Cameo Snell behind the plate. Ashley Durance at first. She creeps in, preparing for a bunt. And that's Diamond Edwards at second base. Sadie Adams in left. Zoe Hodges in center. And Callie Stevens in right field. This ball is chopped to the second baseman. Unable to, makes the stop, but unable to make a play. We got a girl tied up between the bases. Come on, you want to run. Oh, waited too late. Sorry about that breakaway. Had to take a phone call. Well, we did take a little break there as Lady Raiders came together to try to sort some things out here as we have runners at second and third now with no outs. Ball high and inside. That last play there, anytime I play a little ball in my way back in the day, but when you pickle a runner, you typically want to pickle them back toward the base they came from versus that way you have, if they're going to be safe, they're not going to advance. We just hesitated a little too long there. This ball is lifted into center field. Hodges is underneath it, makes the play. Young lady tags. Great throw in to home plate. No chance for the tag and score. See our middle school group coming in to support the big girls. Better than yesterday is their motto on the backs of their shirts. I think that's a good motto for our school. Nice changeup there. Off-speed pitch. Something they started last year, or at least we did. I'm not sure how many other schools were doing it before. Swing and a miss there by the Lady Wildcat is the pitching coach sends a signal to the pitcher, not to the kid. Now, they're both watching, but they're both getting the signal. They look at an armband. They're giving them a number. They look on the armband, and they throw the pitch. This ball is going to be trouble. Nope, didn't go quite as far as I thought it might. A.J. makes the play at short. Runners at first and second. Second and third. Strike on that outside corner. Now that ball covered the plate. The strikeout on Brianna, again, was probably at least 6 inches off the plate. That's what I'm talking about. He's giving it both ways. That's the type of pitch that struck Brianna off earlier. And I'm okay with that if he's going to call it both ways. This ball is lifted to center. Sharply hit. Right to Hodges. Squeezes it for the third out of the inning. 2 runners left. Raiders still down 3-0. We're going to take a quick break. And we'll be back in just a moment. All right, here we go. Bottom of the second inning. AJ's going to lead off. I'm going to have to get used to her wearing number 3 instead of Marley Clements. Coach Thompson mentioned earlier this will be the first year in some time, probably 7 years, since we have not seen a Clements, at least a Ronnie Clements daughter, on the baseball field. Both of those daughters are one has played collegiate softball, has been for the last several years, and Marley will be playing this year as well. 2 balls, no strikes. And AJ is a hammer. Very solid softball player. We all feel if this young lady can stay healthy, she's going to have an opportunity to play some good ball somewhere when she graduates. Just a sophomore. Oh, he calls strike a little low. But in typical fashion, a 3-0 count usually generates a more liberal strike zone. And she's going to hit a base hit up the middle. Off the fist, just inside, but we need something to get us going here as we have 1 on with no outs. It's going to bring Ashley Durrance to the plate. Fun to watch this young lady last year as we followed them through the season, especially into the playoffs. She was very excitable young lady. Great personality. Has a good time playing, or at least she did last year. This ball is going to be pulled left out of play. And again, couple swings of the bat, and we're back in this thing. And Johnson's going to take second on the drop ball by the catcher. It was a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitcher doesn't seem to have quite the same stuff. Swing and a miss on that inside corner. And when she stepped in the box, I heard one of the parents out here tell her to step off the plate, get back off the plate some. The pitcher's coming inside quite a bit. There it was over the plate. On it, just below it. Good-looking pitch. Must have been just a little high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. No outs. Runner at second for the Lady Raiders. Bottom of the second inning. This ball is lifted into shallow center field. She comes in, makes the play. I mentioned earlier we do have a brand new head coach here, Kelly Poff. This is her 10th year as a head coach. First year she ever coached was at 7A school out of West Orange High School in Florida, in Orlando. 7A in Florida, that's a big school. She was successful there. Ball was going to be, dribble to the third baseman. Able to recover, make the play at first. For the second out. Nonetheless, AJ advances to third. Let's bring Snell to the plate. And she fights this one off. Young lady's doing a pretty good job of inside-out pitching. That's one thing we can see here from the booth, but because of our elevation, it's difficult to see. You know, if you can pick up where the catcher actually catches it, how high or low the ball is in the zone. The last 8 years, Coach Poff has been at 5A Woodland High School in Stockbridge, Georgia. She had 3 region championships, 6 Sweet 16s, and 1 Elite 8. So this coach brings some success with her, specifically at larger schools, but she was really wanting to get down, wanted to coach at a small school in a small community, and she's found it. Change up. Swing and a miss. It's going to be the third out. The Lady Raiders unable to take advantage of that leadoff hit by Aniston Johnson. We're going to take that, or take it back. The Lady Wildcats are going to take a 3-0 lead into the top of the third inning. We're going to take another quick break here on the NFHS Network, powered by Play on Sports. We want to thank Mr. Andy Cawthon, Andy Cawthon Auto Sales, for being a gold sponsor this year for BCTV Productions, as we have our very first broadcast for the 2017-18 athletic season. Be back in a moment. All right, we're back, top of the third. Lady Raiders have a new pitcher on the mound. Gracie Hand is on the mound for the Raiders, number 24. And that's what you do in scrimmage games. You get as many folks in there on the mound and on the field and at the plate as possible. Gracie is an upcoming sophomore. Again, a young team. You're going to hear sophomore, junior, freshman. And I've got to confirm this, but again, Booth and possibly Ashley Durrance are the only 2 seniors on the team. And I don't think Ashley Durrance is a senior. That's right. Alexis Boatwright. And it may be a Boatwright and Booth, the only 2 seniors. Talking about baseball earlier, Tyler Altman down below. Star pitcher for the Bacon County Red Raiders the last 2 years, but specifically this year he had an unbelievable season, 12-1 on the season. An ERA just over 1. This ball's flied in the left field. Can of corn there for Sadie. But Skylar and and make sure I get all their names. Xavier Hayes, Peyton Nobles, and Mr. Nipper, Klein Nipper. All four of these young men are going to play college baseball on scholarship at Bruton Parker, and we're proud of those young men, giving them an opportunity to play at the next level, represent Bacon County High School in a big way. As the boys finished off their season with a semifinal run in the state playoffs. We were just a few outs and runs away from a state championship game against the Jeff Davis Yellow Jackets, who did win on. They did go on and defeat Elbert County to win the state championship for Region 2AA. This ball is lifted into center field. Zoe's played tremendous out there. She has caught 3 or 4 fly balls and line drives. Hey. One ball and no strikes. 2 outs here. Gracie Hand on the mound here in the top of the third. It's the daughter of, I start doing this and I just forget names. I know it's David Hand, but his wife's name is Dana. David and Dana Hand. David, a classmate of mine. Ball inside. Good looking pitch. Must have been a tad high. Good crowd here for the opening game. Although it is a scrimmage, it won't actually count on our record, but good crowd here for these, out supporting these young ladies as we're facing a 5A school of Richmond Hill. The ball inside. That was ball 4. These Lady Wildcats have had at least one base runner in all 3 innings, scoring 3 in the top of the first off multiple hits and an error. There's called strike 1. This ball is jammed. Brianna makes chase. Great effort by the young lady, unable to make the play. And if it wasn't for my awesome camera work, you could have seen that. I get too busy talking and quit moving the camera around. Good pitch on that outside. Equals a strike. 0-2 count, 2 outs here. Great changeup. It's going to end the inning with a strikeout. Gracie Hand. So no harm giving up the base hit. We're going to take another quick break here as we move to the bottom half of third inning. Lady Raiders got to get something going here if they want to put a dent in that 3-0 lead by the Lady Wildcats. Be back in just a moment on the NFHS Network. too much. Adams comes to the plate. Her first at bat. Bottom of the third. She squares the bunt, but she doesn't get the bat back in time. I'm assuming because that ball looked a little high. It's going to be 1 ball, 1 strike. Need some base runners. And she slaps this ball left out of play. It's going to be swallowed up by the swamp. There's a base hit over the shortstop's head. I was just about to say that I don't know if you can tell on camera. Sadie's not a very big young lady, but you don't have to be a big in stature to play this game or really any game in high school sports. Just need a lot of heart and courage, and need a little bit of athletic ability, but a little hard work, you can be successful. And I gather she has a little bit of speed. What a lot of you folks at home may not know is, or you might, if you keep up with softball at all, these young ladies, they play all the time. I mean, they're playing a summer schedule with the high school. They're playing travel ball on the weekends. And there's a successful bunt. Perfect. Oh, and it's thrown into right field. It's going to extend the bases for Sadie. She ends up at third base. Just an all-around tough play. Just a great bunt, about 4 or 5 feet from the plate. The catcher couldn't get up to it in time. Third base had a hard time handling it and then creating a poor throw, as she probably should have ate it. And if she had, the runner would not have advanced from second to third, but she tried to throw it to first and threw it by her. So we got something going here in the bottom of the third inning. Runners at the corner. Back to the top of the lineup, Zoe Hodges. Hopes for a little bit different outcome. And there goes Strozier down to second base, second and third. Forces out of play now, as we have 2 runners on now. Ball gets past the catcher, but hits hard off the backstop. There is some padding there in front of the brick. Runner's unable to advance. We'll take a little time out here on the mound defensively. Again, real quick, I want to thank Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales, Mr. Andy Cawthorn himself, for being a gold sponsor this year for the whole season, not just for this game or the softball season, for any live sporting event. Thank him for his continued support. If you have an opportunity or have a need for a quality used vehicle, I encourage you to go by and see him. And he'll help you. He'll help you find what you need at the price you want. All right, let's see. This ball is hit to the right side. It's going to score a run. And that's a brand new batter. We got to look at the lineup here. Number 4. Yeah, I think I was mixed up on my lineup. Y'all forgive me, it's a scrimmage. I got to get the cobwebs out too. Yeah, I had Zoe hitting prior to that at bat. So we have Edwards. 1 run in, 1 out, runner at third. Inside pitch. These girls are hugging that plate, and that inside pitch is tough on them. We've noticed a couple fisted swings and foul balls and outs and a base hit or two, actually. And there's a pop-up bunt. It's going to do something you definitely don't want to do. She struggled earlier, her first at bat, trying to lay down a bunt. Brings Booth to the plate. She could tie this game up with 1 swing. And she lays into it to left field. It's going to get down. The left fielder does a tremendous job of just staying in front of it. Sort of caught in between. It's one of them, again, just a great play by the left fielder to be able to keep it in front of her. Booth gets a base hit RBI. Three to two now. Raiders continue to chip away here with 2 outs. Brings AJ to the plate, and we have a chance to take the lead here with 1 swing of the bat. And she rips it foul down the left field line. Again, another inside pitch. And most likely this team knows about AJ for no other reason. A lot of these girls on these other teams, they play travel, and some of them may play on the same teams on occasion. So they know each other and what they're capable of. This ball was popped up. I think it's going to stay in play off the net. Those of you watching at home, if you have not, I always encourage you, regardless of especially home games that we produce, baseball, softball, football, I highly encourage you to come out and be here physically to support athletics. If you haven't come out and seen these facilities, we've been here for 2.5 years roughly playing ball. And come out and see what what your taxpayer money is going to or went to when we built this facility, our school. There's a swing and a miss by Johnson. Don't see that too often. But there you have it. But nonetheless, the Red Raiders or Lady Raiders come back 3-2 now, only trailing by 1 as we head to the top of the 4th. We're going to take another quick break here on the NFHS Network, powered by Play On Sports. was good when he did teach. All right, here we go. Top of the fourth, 3-2. Gracie Hand on the mound again, or Grace Hand. Ball is lifted high into center field, but playable for Hodges. Again, solid defense out there by the center fielder. One ball, one strike. One out. Inside pitch, fouled down that left field line. Just outside. Nice frame there by the catcher. Ball is hit deep, but out of play, left. Ball is hit to the shortstop. Anderson quickly. Oh! Yeah, that's another ball she picked up, trying to throw. No harm, no foul. The young lady would likely have been safe at first, even with a good throw. I'm not sure. They'll probably score that an error in their books. Anderson probably on the play, not the throw. She stopped the ball and quickly tried to make a play. No one more disappointed than her. She's pretty tough on herself. This ball is lifted again into center field. Hodges is going to make a play. She does for the second out of the inning. Oh, from rub or something? Essential oil, yeah. My wife, don't worry about it. It's fine. My wife puts it in that thing. That's what I tell her. This ball is lifted in the left field. Home run. I didn't even have time to get my camera and whip it around. That ball was hit sharply. Not quite a line drive, but high enough to go over the fence. Makes the score 5-2 with 2 outs. We're trying to get out of that inning. Kind of clawed back in there in the bottom of the third with 2 runs. Again, errors, that's kind of what happens. You know, in that first inning, error extended that inning, allowed them to score at least 3. And then in one error this inning, potentially extended that to give them an opportunity to score a couple more runs here. Again, still got a couple more at-bats for the Lady Raiders, 3 to be exact. An opportunity to back down by 3. This ball is hit to Johnson. She's going to make the play to first. Fires a little bit extra on that one, I think. Coming across the field, getting the third out of the inning. They tack on 2 more. Again, 5-2 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Lady Raiders, see if we can't, again, whittle that lead back down. We'll be back in just a moment on the NFHS Network, powered by Play on Sports. One up, one down. Hand to the plate. Bottom of the 4th. And that was Durance that made that out. Ball outside. Enjoying the mild first week of August weather this week. Temperatures hovering around between 85 and 88, 89. Humidity down a bit. We will have football this week as the Bacon County Red Raiders will host Appleton County Pirates for the first time in many moons in a scrimmage game. Next Friday night, Big Red will host Atkinson County, Atco, for a scrimmage game, and we'll have a week off. And then on the 25th, we'll host the Pierce County Bears for the opening season game, a game to open the season. A non-region rivalry game between the border counties. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here from Miss Hand. Good pitch. Must have been just a tad high. 3 balls, 2 strikes. I know we haven't had a base on ball all game. Another one off the fist. This young lady comes inside 75% of the time. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout. I believe that's the 6th strikeout for this young lady, for the Wildcats. It'll bring Snell to the plate. She grounded out her last at bat. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Yep. 4 balls. And there's our first walk. It's going to bring Sadie Adams to the plate. And she had a base hitter first at bat. This ball is lifted out of play. Ball gets away from the catcher. That's going to send the runner down to second base. Again, with 2 outs, these Lady Raiders scored a ton of runs last year. And if you want to do something that will just devastate another team is you score runs with 2 outs. Psychologically, ball's fouled out of play. Just outside. Again, Bacon County school system will kick off the school year on Monday as students will return. Open houses began today with the 6th grade open house here at the middle school. Middle school will continue tomorrow, and then high school Thursday and primary. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third on the pass ball. Meeting at the mound. Again, I want to take this opportunity to go ahead and thank Principal Tracy Martin, Assistant Principal Scott Brown, Athletic Director Mike Thompson, and our brand new Superintendent, Ms. Judy Rowland, giving us the opportunity or allowing us to do these things on a continual basis, year after year, at times traveling, especially with playoff teams. This ball is lifted out of play, allowing us to, I look at it as a service to our community. And I'm also given the opportunity to train young men and women to do a trade if they're interested in broadcasting, communication, journalism. I've had multiple students go on and get degrees from University of Georgia and other colleges, regional colleges, Valdosta State, and others. Matter of fact, one of my former students just became, maybe my first one to do this. He became a teacher of broadcasting up in near Atlanta, Mr. Reed Burkett. If y'all have heard his name before, went out and to the real world after graduating out to California. Sadie with an opportunity here. She takes what was the count? We got, yeah, ball 4. Everybody kind of paused. The umpire didn't point his finger or anything, and runner's on the corner now with 2 outs. Brings Strozier to the plate, and she had a base hit. Or excuse me, she actually had an error. It was a very good bunt, but most likely scored an error. This ball is hit right back to the third baseman. Fires over to first, going to end the inning. So the Lady Raiders scared them a little bit there, unable to get any of those runs home, leaving 2 in play as we head to the top of the 5th inning. And we're going to take another break here and be back in just a moment. Yeah, you're probably right. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test, 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 test. Gotta get another. Top of the fifth, 5-2. Lady Raiders trail. Good pitch off that. It's cutting just across that top corner of the plate. I mean, a good pitch. But it's cutting enough to where the ball is off the plate by the time it reaches the backside. Ball just low. This ball is hit shallow left field. And she makes the play. I would be broadcasting in high definition. We do have the capability to do that, but I found that it makes it more difficult for you folks at home to be able to watch it without any types of hiccups. You have to have a really good stream at home from your local internet access. Ball's hit to Booth. She fires over to first for the out. Quickly 2 outs here. Called strike. This ball is lifted into left field. Sadie makes the play for the third out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down. First time for the Lady Raiders against the Wildcat offense. We've been able to do that this whole game. So it's a good sign, 5-2. Lady Raiders need to get their bats going, get some runners in scoring position. We're going to take, another short break here, thanking Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales for being a sponsor for BCTV Productions and Red Raider Broadcasting for the 2017-2018 athletic year. Is that the what kind of tickets are those? Baseball? Last year's? No, they're selling tickets now. Yeah, did my wife get one from you? Okay, we're going to. All right, bottom of the fifth, 5-2, Lady Raiders trail. Hodges back to the top of the lineup for the Lady Raiders. Ball is hammered into center field. What a almost made a great play, and she is in safe with a double as Hodges rips it over the center fielder's head. That a way to start off the bottom half of the fifth. Top of the lineup. It's going to bring Edwards. And she has a strikeout and a flyout, so she's due. She takes ball one. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs. Ball outside. Good eye there for the young lady. May have found a kink in the chain here for this lady on the mound who's pitched very well. Ball low. Runners at first and second now for the Raiders, bringing Booth, the meat of our lineup, with Booth, Johnson, and Durrance coming up. Booth with an RBI single, her last at bat. I mentioned earlier we'll be playing football this Friday night, hosting Appleton County Pirates. I believe we haven't hosted that team since the early 2000s. And used to be a huge rivalry back in the day. Now, whatever day that is for you listening or watching, I'm not sure, but in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Appleton is a 3A school. They're in the same region as Pierce County, and they battle it out, it seems, every year on the baseball field and on the gridiron. Well, one swing of the bat, I'll keep mentioning that. This game can be tied. Brianna has a lot of power. Ball low. Looks like Brianna is off the plate a little bit, anticipating something inside. That's 2 balls outside. There's a pitch high. That's about 6 balls in a row this young lady has thrown. Load them up for AJ. I know she's ready, biting at the bit to get back up. And there it is. Ball gets past the catcher. Bases loaded, no outs. You have to think the head coach of the Lady Wildcats would be getting ready to make a visit to the mound. Another visit. And this ball is ripped down that left field line, almost a double and a couple runs scoring. Again, I promise you this young lady is ready to make something happen, as she has struggled at the plate. She has a base hit, a walk, and a excuse me, and a strikeout. We'll take the lead with one swing now. And there it is. That's a home run grand slam, baby. I'm going to call it right there. I knew if I said it enough, it was going to happen, whether we one swing ties it or one swing takes the lead. And she smashed it. Yes, sir. That's what she's capable of. That'll be a nice highlight. We just need now to tack on a few more and maintain this lead. And still no outs. That's right. My scoreboard keeper here is keeping me updated. Still trying to work the kinks out myself. We're going to take a quick break here as we're going to have a pitch and change. Be back in just a moment. Not really. Hold on just a second. Spell Aniston, A-N-I-S-T. Where's Kate? All right, if you're just joining us, which I hope you're not, that you were with us to witness the loading of the bases and the quickly emptying of the bases by A.J. Grand slam gives the Lady Raiders the lead 6-5 here in the bottom of the fifth. There's still no outs, no on now, and Ashley Durrance comes to the plate. This ball is going to be flying in the right center. Center fielder calls her off, as she probably should. It was close out there, but a nice play there defensively for the first out of the inning. going to bring Gracie Hand to the plate. This ball is fisted down that left field line for another base hit. Bring Snell to the plate. Grounded out her last at bat. Wow, that was a very liberal strike zone there. That didn't catch the corner. I'll say that. No balls, one strike. One on there. And I think we've got a courtesy runner there, number 5 on first base. Yes, it is. We do have now. We've got Alexis Boatwright as a courtesy runner on first base. Swing and a miss. Good crowd now. I'll pan around in a moment, give you an idea of what we're talking about here. Too deep in the front behind home plate, and home stands are nearly full, and there's some home folks on the visitor stands. This ball is going to be lifted shallow right field. She makes the play for the second out. Ball is hit right back up the middle for another base hit by Sadie. She's a hitting machine, folks. That's 2 base hits and a walk by the left fielder. It's going to bring Strozier to the plate. Reached on an error. Ball high. 2 on, 2 outs for the Lady Raiders. We've scored 4. Take the lead on a grand slam. This ball is fisted to the second baseman, able to make the play. Going to end the inning. However, again, the Raiders score 4. take the lead 6-5 as we head to the top of the 6th inning. We're going to take a quick break here on the NFHS Network, powered by Play on Sports and brought to you, importantly, by BCTV Productions. Be back in a moment. All right, we're back, top of the 6th inning. 2 innings to go now. Pretty exciting in the bottom half of the 5th. Big home run by A.J. This ball is hit sharply to the right side as the second baseman was actually leaning a little to the middle of the field, unable to get back to make the play. Base hit. One out, one on for the Wildcats. There's a bunt to the first baseman. The rotation was on, and she was there, just unable to make the catch. It's going to be 2 on now with 1 out. Again, 3 errors now for the Lady Raiders. Maybe we can get out of this one without a run scored. But in the previous innings, we've been unable to do that. This ball is hit sharply. Oh, what a great play by the second baseman as she was playing in, and was as the first baseman was playing really in for a potential bunt. The batter slaps it past her. Just a great play there to get the second out of the inning. So it's 2 outs now with runners in scoring position at second and third, but getting that out is huge. Just need a ground ball, pop up strikeout here, and no harm, no foul. This ball is lifted up, but it's going to be out of play in the stands. Headache. hear it hit the stand, so no body. You don't want to hear the dreaded thud. So good pitch on that inside. However, it was called a ball. 1-1, 2 outs. Again, Gracie Hand on the mound for the Raiders. Ball a little low. This ball is hammered into left field. Off the fence. 2 runs will score. So about as fast as we took the lead, we give it back off a 2-run double. Good pitch right over the heart of the plate. Ball is slammed down that left field line. Brianna Booth just does a great job by stopping it and keeping it from being bigger trouble for the Lady Raiders. That'll be ruled an infield hit, that young lady. As Miss White just said beside me, we need an out any way we can get it. Pop up, strike out. Ground ball to the pitcher, ideally. Little toss over to first. Umpire making sure we got the book straight. Was a ball. A quick throw down to third base. Keep that runner honest. Runners at the corner. Wildcats have regained the lead, 7-6. The 2-run double. Ball high. Ball low. When? What's September? Okay. If you're listening or and watching live or on demand, the softball program is selling their annual raffle tickets. This ball is hammered down that left field, but foul. They're doing their annual raffle, the gun raffle, which is one of the better raffles throughout the year that any program puts on. They sell tickets for $25 a piece. They give away 15 guns. They have 15 separate drawings. And the cool, you buy 2 tickets, you get one free. Excuse me. Buy 3 tickets, you get one free. This ball is lifted into center field. Hodges should squeeze, and she does, and end the inning. All right, let me get this straight. Buy 3 tickets, get one free. Buy 1 ticket for $25. They're giving away 15 guns beginning September the 9th. And the cool thing about it is if your name is pulled the first to win that first gun, your ticket goes back in. And you get another opportunity the rest of the week. And it happens, every week someone's going to win a gun. And we've multiple years they've had multiple winners where if someone has won 2 guns. And obviously you spend $75, you'll get that extra ticket free, gets you 4 chances. And it's a great opportunity to raise some money for these young ladies to support them throughout the year. And it's an opportunity to add to your arsenal. So we're going to take a quick break here on the NFHS Network, and we'll be back in just a moment. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 6th. Lady Raiders got to dig themselves out of this. Not a huge hole, but we're down again. After taking a quick lead there after the bottom of the 5th, we trail 7-6 now. I need to update the folks online. Fires over to first. For the first out of the inning. Oh, he did call a foul. I'm sorry. Trying to type on the social media and do a little play-by-play. Ball low. So we got 1 ball, 1 strike. This ball is lifted into left field. It's burnt. We're looking at least 1, and she's going to hold up. Didn't get a great jump out of the box. But we do have a runner at first. And that's Hodges. She has a RBI, a double, and now a single. No outs, one on. And this is where it started. Oh, boy, there's a double play. Pitcher's best friend. That's the second pop-up bunt Edwards has had. Quickly 2 outs now, as we thought we had a little something going there. Booth comes to the plate. Booth is due. He likes that outside corner. I'll give him that. It's off the fist. It's going to be another pop up there to the third baseman. It's going to end that, the rally we were looking for. 7-6 as we go into the top of the 7th. Final inning. Lady Raiders are going to have to hold them and try to score a couple if they want to get a victory here. Even in this scrimmage game, they won't count. Everybody wants to win. Be back in just a moment. All right, here we go. Top of the 7th. Got a new pitcher. Looks like Sadie. Sadie Adams has done well at the plate and in the outfield. Just she brings it right down the pipe for strike 2. Looks like we got a equipment issue over here on the home side dugout. Got to take care of something there. Again, a good crowd. Before I forget, I want to just kind of swing it around a little bit. You can see. Thanks for all this support here by Raider Nation. Foul ball. Another good pitch on that inside corner. Pop up. Catcher makes a great play for the first out of the inning. Another great pitch. I tell you what, that girl brings it with every fiber that she's got. We talked earlier about she's not real big, but you don't have to be. A little change up. Young lady got way ahead of it and ripped it out of play. Swing and a miss, strike three. She comes high in the zone. Good pitch, just a little low. Another foul ball. Infield base hit with 2 outs. Raiders need to find a way to keep them from scoring here, any form or fashion, to give them a chance to break their heart in the bottom of the 7th. Again, this is just a scrimmage. However, it is a game. And when you're playing a game, you want to win. Opening game for Coach Poff. Ball inside. This ball is going to be flied just out of play for the first baseman. Ashley makes the play for the third out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the seventh. Raiders trailing 1. Let's see if we can't get a couple here. Take care of business. Be back in a moment on NFHS Network, Power by Play on Sports. Big thank you to gold sponsor Andy Cothran Auto Sales. Mr. Andy Cothran, go by and see him for your next used car purchase. He can find you what you want at the price you need. Be back in just a moment. All right, bottom of the seventh. Again, I set the table just a moment ago. AJ comes to the plate. Her last at bat hit a grand slam. Sometimes that's good and sometimes that's bad. Maybe she won't be swinging for the fence per se. But, hey, another home run will tie this puppy up. And I'll be shocked if they give her any. It'll be a mistake, I'll say, if she throws anything over the plate for her to hit solidly. 2 balls, 1 strike. Good-looking pitch. Must be just a little low. 3 balls, 1 strike. I'll take a walk with no outs, and Booth coming to the plate. Excuse me, it'll be Durrance, and she smashes it. It's actually what she did right before she hit the home run her previous at-bat. Smashed it down the left field line. Ball low. It's going to be a walk for AJ. Doesn't surprise me again to kind of pitch around her. But Ashley can make them pay too. Walk-off home run would be nice for the Lady Raiders in this first home game of the season. Again, a scrimmage. Won't count, but just for pride. AJ didn't want to get caught sleeping over there. Foul ball. Quickly 0-2 now on Miss Durrance. This ball is hit casually, and she's safe at second. Safe at first. The ball had some backspin on it, and it kind of stopped the seventh. What a great victory for these young ladies. And when I say young, we're young, folks. When the average age out there is about 15 and a half, only a couple seniors, a lot of sophomores. Good victory here for not only the team, but brand new head coach Kelly Poff and her staff. As you see them clapping hands there and sportsmanship. We're not going to take long here. I want to thank Mr. Andy Cothran Auto Sales for being a part of this broadcast and all the broadcasts this year on the 2017-2018 athletic schedule that we broadcast live and even on demand. We want to thank all of you out there for supporting us with your subscription. And again, I want to congratulate the Lady Raiders on their victory on their first home. Even if it was a scrimmage, just a great way to start the season for these young ladies. And I want to thank my son Jake for producing